Morning and welcome to a new edition of 2-Year-Olds in Training for the Harness Edge. I'm Harold Howe at Classy Lane Stables near Cambridge in the fog with Tony O'Sullivan. Too bad we didn't pick a better day, but that's the breaks. We're talking 2-year-olds. We're going to look at 8 of them. How many in total do you have, though?
We have 20.
20.
Yep.
Last year, by your standards, was an okay year. Not phenomenal, but I have sensed you were a little disappointed, maybe. So it was about 6 months later here since we talked. How do you feel today about your prospects for the year?
I'm always a little bit guarded, but I'd like to think we have some promising 2-year-olds. There's certainly some that are very enjoyable to sit behind and progressing in the right direction. So if we can get a good number of them there and a couple show up, then life's good.
Okay, let's talk about their first set here. Thunder Somewhere. This is Some Beach Somewhere colt. 80,000 out of Lexington. Bob Hamerther was the breeder. The dam has struggled a little bit. This is the 5th foal. She's had $100,000 earner, but maybe wanting a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. I actually trained her at the mother for a little brief period for Bob, and she had a lot of ability, but was a sore 2-year-old. And I like this colt. Very mature. He's certainly behind, and he's the type of horse that he'll probably come around late summer, early fall. That's kind of our aim. He's good gaited, and his attitude seems fine, but he's gone through some growthy periods, and I'm just really taking my time with him.
I'm always talking in these videos about the difficulty there seems to be finding value for money in yearlings. It's almost non-existent. But you might have stumbled on one last fall that you're involved in yourself called Miss Mary Mock. This is a Mach 3 filly, 33,000 out of Harrisburg. The breeder's actually listed as Oaknell Stable. It's got a half sister made 100,000. You like her?
I do like her. I'm partial to Mach 3s because I've done well with them and had good luck with them. But Mary just, she's doing everything right. She just seems like she has some raw speed and she has a really, really good attitude. So I like her quite a lot, yeah.
Another filly here didn't cost a lot of money. Twinbee Posh, 35,000 out of Harrisburg from Twinbrook Farm. Better's Delight filly. Mother made 100,000. Maybe more importantly, she's a full sister to Fancy Filly that won $1 million.
Yeah, another case of I trained the mom, Western Fancy. I trained her for a year or so, and she had a lot of speed, or she maybe didn't give 100%. And this filly here was just a big, strong, good-looking filly. Very similar to Mary. I didn't think we'd be able to buy her for 35,000, given the pedigree, especially in the second dam. So more than happy to pay that for her, and lazy. But the more we work her, the better she's getting, and I feel she'll clue in when we get down a bit faster.
Dee's Dark Shadow. This is a shadow play colt. Blue chip bloodstock bred him 45,000 at Harrisburg. Again, another mare that's maybe just left a little wanting, but she's a sister to J.K. Princess Pearl, who won over $500,000.
Yeah, Shadow was one of those cases where I was trying to find a colt for Joe Martinelli, and I'd been outbid a lot, and we had a budget in mind, and this guy's a very good looking colt. Looks more like a bettor's delight, which I kind of like that, and he acts more like a bettor's delight. He's very lazy, but yeah, one of those situations where, like you said, value for money. It was a matter of trying to find something. His pedigree's decent. He's very correct, very good gaited. Has been a bit behind, but again, the more we go with him, he's starting to clue in, and I kind of think when we get down faster, the lights might go on a little bit.
As I said before we went on camera, you sort of have an eclectic bunch. And what I mean by that is in this next set, we've got a couple pet rocks out of Ohio. Let's start off with Tebow Hanover. This colt, you didn't steal him, 65,000 of the Ohio Select sale. Obviously, Hanover Shoe Farm spread him. Nice kind of pedigree, and he's got 3 siblings that each made a couple 100,000, so there's money winners there.
Yeah, Frank and Joe Bellino bought him. Obviously, they own Pet Rock, so they wanted to buy a couple, and he's got good pedigree, this horse. And 2 months ago or 2.5 months ago, I probably had a different opinion of him. He was a bit of a handful and a little bit resentful and whatever, but he's really thrived in the last couple months, and now he seems pretty push button. Attitude's fantastic, and you can see he has a wonderful gait.
Stablemate is Brangus, another pet rock. 90,000 of the Buckeye yearling sale. Um, the dam actually raced for Ben Wallace, and what do you think of him?
Another horse similar to Thunder Somewhere, probably a little bit too big early on, and went through a phase where he was pretty uncoordinated, couldn't put things together. But again, he's kind of really found his way in the last few weeks, and I look for him to be probably later on in the year, late summer, early fall. But I think he'll carry his speed a long way. He's just a little bit clumsy because he's big, but kind of one that I'm cautiously optimistic about.
Denver Sealster, another Mach 3. 60,000 of the Forest City sale. Sealster Farms, Dams had a $100,000 earner. So,
I like this colt. Big, strong, good-looking colt, and I sound like a broken record, but he's come leaps and bounds in the last month, and it seems like we can do whatever we want with him now. We wanted Ontario bred. We bought two from Sealster last year and paid 60 for both of them, and liked them both. Couldn't really separate them, so we bought them both. And
easy way to do things.
well, it's an easy way to do business. Yeah, just buy. But yeah, I like him. He's good gated, smart, and big, strong colt.
And the last one we're showing is the most expensive at 125,000 at Harrisburg. Artifact Hanover, better select colt at Hanover, obviously bred. It's got a half brother made 100,000, but the mother was a good Pennsylvania Sire Stake winner for Steve Elliott, and she can sell foals for money. She had one for 200, another one for 80, 125. Is it looking like it's justified?
I certainly hope so. He's never had a bad day, really. I mean, he is lazy, but
You guys say that about all of them.
and it's okay. I'm good with horses being lazy until they see the gate. But he's never trained bad. He's a little bit in and out and gets all over the place a little bit. But I feel he's got a high turn of speed, and I think when we get the race bike on him, he'll really thrive.
Good stuff. Tony, looks like you got something to work with. Thanks very much, and we'll see you in the winners.
Great. Thanks, Harold.
Harold Howe with Tony O'Sullivan, 2-year-olds in training.